false reign shall cease! In the name of the Father!
We all saw the Blood Rain trailer, but one question is still stuck in everyone's head. Where is Eve? Let us observe the trailer quickly. Right away we notice a few things. The Naytibas in this trailer don't look like the primal, naked abominations from the first game. These ones have clothes and pieces of human flesh hanging off them like banana peels, like they've just transformed after injecting something. When Evie leaps across the buildings, we can clearly see Gwen's hair salon in the background, the exact same barber shop from Zion in the first game. And this city, it's full of life. People walking around normally, trains running, buildings lit up. This does not look like the dead earth we left in the first game. Before we jump into theories about how our Eve fits into all of this, let's quickly go over the most important lore points we need to keep in mind. Fact number 1. The colony extinction event.
Mankind paid a terrible price. The humans that remained eventually evolved into the Naytibas and made their way to the colony, to Mother Sphere. To prevent the colony's contamination, Mother Sphere destroyed the orbit ring, and with it 30 of its space modules. The remnants of the orbit ring fell to the ground, causing a catastrophic wave that swept the Earth. Civilization as we know it came to an end.
As Raven herself said it in these clips, this event happened centuries before even the first airborne squad was dropped. After that event, the remaining colony became much more secure, basically a heavily defended fortress controlled by Mother Sphere and androids, as there are no biological humans left on the colony either, as everyone either died or became Naytibas. So this lively city we are seeing in the trailer is very unlikely to be the colony. Fact number 2. The biological checkmate.
As you've discovered, you were created by the surviving humans to look and act like them.
We have seen what Adam said. He just made it clear that androids cannot reproduce like biological humans. So how is this city full of life that looks like both androids and normal humans living together? That's practically impossible because all of biological humanity died as per the story of first game. Unless something major like Mother Sphere mass-produced androids happened, this doesn't fully add up. Fact number 3. Eve versus Mother Sphere. The final confrontation between Eve and Mother Sphere still hasn't happened yet. The first game ended without that fight ever taking place. So whatever we are seeing in Blood Rain is either before that moment or something else entirely. This is what the ending of the first game says. Please watch this. Fact number 4. The Squad 5 timeline question. As per the fandom website of Stellar Blade, Evie is possibly affiliated to the 5th Squad. Lily Artemis also belonged to the 5th Squad, and we learn in the first game that the 5th Squad arrived on Earth 2 years earlier than the 7th Squad. So, how is the city so lively when logically it should have been a graveyard, as Evie would have arrived 2 years before the first game ever takes place? Fact number 5. The biological corruption clause. In the first game, only the Elder and Alpha Naytibas could corrupt androids angels into Naytibas, like Raven did to Tachi. Regular Naytiba could not do it. In the Blood Rain trailer, we see people injecting something called Scarlet Sin and turning into Naytiba, including one guy who explodes mid-transformation. This raises a question. Is this drug able to affect androids as well? And was the person who transformed a biological human or an androids? We don't know yet. Fact number 6. The real world model. The original body model of Eve visited Shift Up a month before Blood Rain trailer dropped. That's not nothing. It adds to the feeling that Eve's being kept in the background for now, and you can also check her video out on her YouTube channel. The PR smokescreen. Shift Up CEO has been calling original Eve a blank slate, while hyping Evie as more personality. He also said that you don't need to play the first game to understand Blood Rain. but then said playing it will help you understand what happened to Eve. Basically, brothers just contradicting himself at this point while gaslighting us. And also, he said that Eve and Evie are related, and it is a spoiler which he won't reveal yet. This is classic marketing. They're pushing the new protagonist while keeping the door open for Eve's story to matter. It's very similar to how Devil May Cry 4 did when they introduced Nero while keeping Dante as the heavy hitter, and similar to Metal Gear Solid 2. Alright, here are the three theories that actually make sense with what we've been seeing. Theory number 1. Dual protagonist. Evie and Eve somehow meet, and we play as both of them throughout the game, switching between the two like GTA 5 or Resident Evil games. One handles the new city and terrorist threat, while the other deals with bigger consequences from the first game. Theory 2. The Red Dead Redemption 2 tragic arc. The trailer we saw might have actually been a flashback sequence. Evie could be connected to an earlier event, and her story or death triggers memories for Eve. We literally saw in the first game as to how Eve absorbs core of the angels who fell before her, and absorbing Evie's core might trigger flashback sequences, and that's why the city looks more alive than it should be during Eve's time. Theory number 3. Timeline fracture. Mother Spear might be messing with the timelines or realities similar to Dragon Ball Xenoverse style logic. This would explain how a lively city exists and why an earlier squad member could be active on Earth when it should have been a wasteland. Multiple fractured timelines running at once would fix a lot of the contradictions we are seeing. Perhaps maybe Mother Spear might be using time travel to kill Eve from the first game to prevent her rise. So before we end this, I want to make a quick prediction. In 2027, we are probably going to see one of the biggest toxic clashes in gaming when it comes to how female characters are portrayed. You already have Lara Croft in the new and upcoming Tomb Raider game in 2027, Evie and possibly Eve from Stellar Blade, Blood Rain releasing next year as well potentially, and Jordan from Intergalactic who's massively getting dunked on with a potential 2027 release date, even the new Fable protagonist who's been trolled on since day one, and now God of War Luffy with Faye as the lead, which some people are already losing their minds over, and memes about her as God of War Laundry and God of War Dishwasher have been made. And the sad part is we are already seeing the same tired tactics. Some people tried to copy the shitty Collective Shout playbook by attempting to report Blood Rain to Visa and MasterCard, hoping to get it deplatformed over character design complaints. Basically, they just wanted to censor Evie, which shows the reflection of their sick mentality. But however, it didn't really work and mostly just created more noise. But it shows how some people are willing to go after payment processors now instead of just arguing online. Meanwhile, Blood Rain is already pulling strong numbers and attention compared to some recent reveals. So, what do you all think? Are we heading into another massive cultural war in 2027 over female character design in games? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe and turn on the notifications. I am fully self-sponsored, so every bit of support helps. Appreciate you all. See you in the next one. Peace.